Keturah C. Martin is here, and she has written a book called Jesus Never Wastes Pain. And, we talked a little bit before the show, and I said I didn't want to really ruin some of the things we talk about, because my interviews, I like them to be paths of discovery, meeting you for the first time, not knowing anything about you. It's really interesting for me to know who you are, and you've written a book. I like to know the process and how what got you to the point where you said, I'm going to write a book. Can you tell me that a little bit?
Well, I've been writing poetry since in the 80s, but I never really got to writing a book. I didn't think it was possible.
So what motivated you to write this subject?
I went through about 10 years of counseling, and it was 36 years of abuse before that. And I just learned that, the title of the book, Jesus Never Wastes Pain, I learned that if I give my pain to God, He can make something beautiful out of it. It doesn't have to cripple me.
And is that evident? Is that something that you found out? I mean, the pain that you have, how has He turned that into something positive?
Well, I used to not be able to go out or even be with people. I was so terrified of relating to people I couldn't trust, and the anguish was so deep I would just cry for 3 weeks straight.
And that's a direct evidence from the abuse.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Taking your self-worth away from you, and
I was stripped of everything but life.
Yeah. So the person that you were with didn't want you to have any kind of happiness whatsoever.
No, I was just basically a tool to be used. And
or to be abused, not used, but
used
to be
and abused.
abused.
Yeah.
So through the counseling, is that how you came to decide to write the book, or?
I got enough help and hope that I wanted to share it with others that are trapped and broken.
And that would be my next question. What do you plan to do with the book, as far as who are you trying to reach?
I'm trying to reach anyone that's been abused, anyone that is living with someone that is abused, and anyone that wants to understand, like professional people. And
it's a trap, isn't it? I mean, when you're living with somebody, people say, why don't you just get up and leave?
Yeah, it's not that easy.
Yeah. And why is it not that easy?
Often you're under death threats and all kinds of threats. And if there's children involved, I mean, that's a big, you're pulled in every direction if there's children involved.
Did you have children involved in your situation?
I have 4 children.
So you couldn't leave because of them?
Well, I didn't know what to do. And besides, I had been so brainwashed that I couldn't think for myself when these pastors came and rescued me.
They did rescue, and that's what happened?
Yeah, 3 pastors came in and just took us away.
With any resistance from your husband?
No, not really.
Okay.
He knew that if he resisted, he could be in jail.
So did he abuse the children too?
Yeah.
Is that part of the book also? Is this your own personal story, or is it more of a self-help kind of book?
It's more of a self-help. I was scared to write my story. I didn't want to scare people off. Not for my first book.
Yeah. How old is the book? I mean, when did it get published?
June of 2014.
2014. Have you talked to anybody that's read parts of it that has reached out to you in any way, or?
I've talked to people that read. Yeah.
Okay.
They told me how much it helped them. My mom was abused, and she said that it's really helped her. Yeah.
Let's tell people how they can get the book, or if they want more information about it, where can they go search out information?
There's a website with the book. It's JesusNeverWastesPain.com, and it'll take you to a site within the publisher that tells all about me as the author and the book. It'll give some excerpts of the book.
Now, do you talk public speaking about this?
I have. I started just before I came down here. I had done it a few times in Ontario, and people were starting to ask me to talk, and then I came down here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's a huge step for somebody that's been isolated and has been abused in that way. So how are you experiencing that? How's that? Is that rewarding, or is it uplifting, or is it?
Yeah, it's rewarding, uplifting. even if I know it helps somebody, just one person,
Yeah.
it's definitely rewarding.
Well, that's amazing how you can be one type of person and then you turn around and be somebody totally different.
Well, I guess that's a proof that God can turn shatters into something worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
The recovery continues.
Right.
How long have you been out of your situation?
We got rescued from my husband in 9/11 of '04,
Okay.
but I had a lot of abusers besides him too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we wish you well on the book. The book, again, you can go to JesusNeverWastesPain.com.
Right.
Is it .com or .org?
.com.
.com. And find out more about it. And we appreciate you being on the show. Good luck to you. We thank you so much for being here on the show.
Yeah, I'm very honored. I appreciate the time.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Up next, let's talk to Audrey Tobin. She's here to talk about Experience Works. And we'll do that in just a few minutes. Stay with us.